Another video with Pickle Pucks. We will be analyzing a game with John in our latest tournament. And we are going to start here with one of the techniques that needs to be improved. The backhand counter. Look at the extension in Gabe's, Blaine's, and Hayden's arms. And here we continue. Sorry about the video quality, that was my bad. And Bree saved us with her phone. Some dinking here. Nice. Lob and overhead, and we get it. Let's look at Hayden's overhead right here. Look at his footwork and his wrist. Another shot we're going to try to work on, especially the footwork and the wrist movement, how he loads up for that shot. Here we go, we have a missed return by John, but as I was saying, this is our tournament. We got a gold medal at 4-0, and we were playing some decent competition. There was a few teams that were at 4-0, but there was also a lower 4-0, some 3-9s and 3-8s in this bracket. It was a fun day for sure. Nice third by John. Try to come up to the kitchen, reset. A little high, but we get it somehow, and he missed the shot. Good third, counter, and winner. Again, the extension of my backhand counter is not there yet. We will see again in a little bit. Here we are. Is out. Right here we're going to see something that we have been trying to work on more, is the transition zone. Especially trying not to speed up at the transition zone. Look here. We're returning, we're coming in, and John immediately goes for a speed up. We're not even set up or ready, and that was a miss. And let's look at the pros now. Obviously, a lot of them speed up from the transition zone, but that's at a really high level. But when they're sure, they're coming up, and look at this reset. Tyra Black, reset number 1. Reset number 2 from Georgia. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Another reset from Tyra, and then we get up to the dinking battle. So it is important at our level especially to be careful and not speed up from that transition zone, I believe, for now at least, because we are not as fast or talented as the pros. We haven't reached that level yet of being able to move as quickly as the pros do in the transition zone when speeding up. So again, the safest bet at our level until we keep improving and gathering more skills is to reset in the transition zone. Set up a good shot and be ready with your partner, and that's normally at the kitchen line. Unless you have an obvious winner, of course. Here we go again. A little bit of thinking, and I miss it. At the end of the video, we'll be able to look at some stats from all the game too. So stick around, like and subscribe, and let's continue right here. Here we go. And a missed shot by our opponents. This tournament was in Grand Rapids, and I think it was called I forgot the name, but anyways, there were a lot of levels. They started at 3-0, I think, 3-5, 4-0, 4-5, and 5-0. The nets were not the best, or the lines. As you see, we're playing in a tennis court right here, but we were able to deal with it. Another thing is consistency, you know, trying to work on your basic shots, returning, transitioning. As mentioned in another video, the first 3-4 shots at 4-0, 4-5, even at lower 5-0 are 80% of the game. The first 4 or 5 shots. Here again, tagged again for going to his forehand. And we'll continue to see what's going on. We're just making balls. It's a good advice. Everybody says it. Even the pros try to make balls and give them one more ball back so they make the mistake, and that's we got it this time. Started by John. Up. Here we go. I was using the Honolulu J6 FC Plus, and John was using the Honolulu J2 FC Plus for this tournament. Very good paddles, foam. Go resets, and they miss it. We're up 7-3 now, and at 8 we will be switching sides. John, drop here, transitioning, drop, up there, and they make the mistake. When John and I were actually resetting through the transition zone, we got, I would say, 95% of the points. And here again, just talking about that, how we missed, and look at Tyra and Georgia again, how beautiful it is while they transition with resets until they're ready and set at the kitchen line, and avoiding that speed up while transitioning. That's just our style. I'm not saying not to do it. If you're ready and you have the ability, do it. For us, it just is a percentage-wise shot. You know, the more we reset in that transition zone and get to the kitchen, the better outcome we have. Of course, John and Bree, they sometimes have great winner shots from that zone. I rarely ever have it. I'd rather just go up. Here we're trying to keep him back, and this is a great strategy that works everywhere. And there's a shot I want to improve a lot. It's the roll. Look at Hayden's footwork. Look, he goes line and then comes up middle, and look at his footwork and technique, rolling the ball with such great pace. Another shot we really want to drill is that drive roll. Most of the times I find myself hitting halfway or kind of punching the ball, which is not good at all. So with Hayden's previous video, is just trying to keep that roll and put some spin on the ball and a little more pace after I can get the first part, which is the body mechanics. Such a great shot. Going on here. Nice reset by John. And again, I do not extend on my back hand counter. I can see in the picture here. And we see again, no extension. And let's look at the pros again. Blaine extends, Gabe extends, Blaine again, Gabe. Look at their full body extension. And obviously their lower back kind of pushes out. Another thing to work on. I'll keep working on. We're up 9-3. Drop. Good. Good. Reset and get into thinking. And we miss it. This is horrible. Work on my serves. Reset. Reset. Reset works. Reset and thinking, and we get the point. As we said, transition with patience. Make sure you and your partner are going together and ready for whatever is coming next. Look at that miss on my serve again in another tournament. Go for the high percentage serves, not pushing too much. See here, keeping them back. Keeping your opponent back while they're serving will get you a lot of points, especially if you start to put pace on the ball. What do you see here? And let's look at the pros. Look at Ben Johns. Roll, keep them back. Another roll, and the ball goes out. It's amazing the amount of points you will, not points, sorry, the amount of winners you will get by keeping your opponents back and not letting them score, especially when they're serving. Here's an unforced error by me, as I was saying, kind of punch the ball instead of rolling it and hitting a better drive. But back to topic, we realize that when the opponent is serving and you keep them back with that pressure, taking balls out of the air, it makes it almost impossible for them to come with good clear shots, especially at this level. So the more pace, the better movement of the ball you put on your opponent, it's going to certainly help you out in your games. Ten five, reset, trying to come up, and we get it. Shot by the opponent, keeping me back. And again, this works logically, you know. First, you're working on your transition, but if your opponent is keeping you with pressure back like here, look how hard it is for you to come up if you're not practicing good transition. So both skills need to be worked and worked and worked from 4.0, 4.5, I would say even 5.0 level. The more you go up, the more the pace increases. By pace, I mean when the opponent is hitting the shot, the speed of the ball, and you can notice the change in rhythms when you play lower 4.0s, 4.5, and higher up 4.0s, 4 and 5.0s. It's just really different. Maybe in the video you can't really see any differences. That's why when you go watch the pros playing live, it's amazing. We're patient, we let them speed the ball up and just counter their speed up. Good pressure. Fall into our mistake there. Forced error. Great serve by John. 13-5. Drop. 13-5. And I believe this is where we close it. Great backhand serve. And that is it. Let's look at the stats. Unforced error, John 7, Renee 5, and 1 missed serve by me. Luckily, no missed 13.